There are a few that no, I can't use.
I am down with causing some waves, but that's a bit too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wave.
Hey! We're here,
Look,
and Garrett's here twice.
The screen is even more handsome now because there's two of me and oh there's the and I'm getting lucky. The other second me's getting lucky.
I'm getting a call from California. Should I answer it?
Sure.
Yeah, and then put them on the air.
Oh, they hung up.
Oh, and then we can make them feel stupid for
Hey,
telecom.
you're on YouTube. You're live
Some
on YouTube.
weird hello.
So we got so much to
crap.
talk about today, but before we talk about anything, so as we all know, I've known Scott Stomper since he was a young child, and I've seen him go through a lot of things, you know, as a young kid, and then he was a member of Ataxia, he was our intern, and now him with his cousin brother, you know, that they've gone into wrestling. But that is not all that they have appear to be doing. They are musical recording artists now, too, apparently. Hang on one second.
Oh, Lord.
And
Are we about to get some deliberate shit?
So I'm going to share. It's just a demo for, it's like half of a first single kind of thing. But let's, won't let me, hang on. Microsoft, let's go window. There we go. Found it. I'm going to share this some bitch.
Todd's face says it all right now.
There we go.
Todd's face says the whole thing.
All right, let's play. Come on, I want to play.
I don't know if I'm high enough.
Oh, I know why. Because I'm on the Boomcaster screen and not our screen.
I guess I'm not the highest one here.
No, they look exactly the same. That's why. Here we go.
Aaron Plunk, he's a job bitch. Always wanted to look, he's a glitch. With his glasses looking scared and out of place. The Stomper brothers, yeah, they're gonna kick his face. Aaron Plunk, he'll stand a chance. Your whiny voice, it's time you took a stance. The Stomper brothers coming, better watch your back. Kicked in the face under their attack.
Woo!
That
Stand a chance. Your whiny voice, it's time you took a stance. The Stomper brothers coming, better watch your back. Kicked in the face under their attack.
So,
I'm actually gonna say this. I'm straight up like I'm high as fuck, but I'm gonna be serious right now.
I'm impressed.
That wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm actually genuinely like shocked that it.
I'm
wasn't
highly
like,
impressed. At the same time, one doesn't wrestle, and the other one just gets his ass kicked all the time. What are we like?
Wait, one doesn't wrestle? I sort of the first. I
He
thought
hasn't. He got the injury. So
is that like the herpes? I mean, I don't know.
yeah, yeah. He caught the injury. He caught the bad stuff. But
dude, I'm telling you.
I mean, as far as music goes, I'm impressed.
Oh, they crushed it.
Yeah, I'm truly.
I'm waiting
genuinely
for the
shocked.
Stomper, like the Stomper brothers. Garrett Plunk.
I want to hear the whole song.
Yeah, like if you're gonna go to the effort and the lengths to do that much, like you just do a whole
Make
song.
a whole song.
Like, just do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't got to be like a fucking 20-minute goddamn
I want a
opera
whole
or
album.
anything.
I want to
I
hear this album.
want a Broadway musical. Garrett on Broadway.
So as everybody can see, we are missing Joseph again.
Yeah,
We
he's
are.
slacking. I think there's going to be some repercussions for this? Think we're gonna have to punish him? Drop the hammer?
So, in reality, Drew's being a good dad, and he's helping coach soccer for his kid.
It's
So, we don't have a
not-
raw rundown.
We just missed him.
Just cut him out. Get rid of him.
Who, Drew?
Yeah, fuck him. We're done. We're a fire replacement. I'm completely 180 on what I was about to say. Fuck, he's done. No more Drew. I'm going to change the titles.
Whoa.
Jeez.
We can't fire Drew.
I can. You want to know why? Because apparently his kids are more important than us, and you literally only have to dedicate 1 hour a week to us. They take up way more time. If you can't cut an hour out of father time or whatever you want to call it, nah, done. We don't want that kind of loser with no dedication on the show.
Toddy's wearing a very appropriate shirt for his attitude tonight.
Yeah, it's true. What's the bottom of it say?
What do you think it says?
I don't know. Oh, okay.
So obviously the big news is Bash in Berlin, right?
Yeah, I got the whole card up. Drew will be doing the Raw rundown still. He'll be sending them in like he has in the past. We just don't have one this week. But I think mostly what we should be talking about is Bash in Berlin and the repercussions to it. So, what do we have? Main event. We had, and it started off with Cody versus KO.
I like they're doing that now.
It was a great match, and considering something that there really hasn't been much story for yet, the little bit of story that they've given us has really made me, dare I say, intrigued, because I know like KO had like turned on like Sammy, and he's kind of now, but like to look back on every single person he's ever partnered with and find out he's turned on every single one of them is absolutely hysterical.
But
like,
I also think it's real funny that he says the only person who didn't deserve it was Kofi, considering that Sammy is his real life best friend.
Right.
It's so KO,
and like I absolutely like was like, huh, and like KO being like, yeah, Cody, but like I'm not gonna do that to you. And like honestly, I thought I saw it coming, and I kind of glad that they didn't like just immediately pull the trigger. But it's almost turned into like it hasn't turned into. I don't want to see it turn into like this whole Nia and Tiffany Stratton thing where it's like, we know it's gonna happen, but when, where? Like, I want them to let us forget. I want them to like have like 3 months of KO being the best friend that Cody could ever have, and us forget about. Like, don't bring it up that he's turned on anybody. So when he does turn, we're like, no. But the match was awesome. There's a couple of spots in there where when KO did whatever the fuck he did off the top rope to Cody, I thought he killed Cody legitimately. He like folded him on his neck, and I was like, damn.
One thing
I love that move.
The move
I saw KO do in 2CW, and I looked at Stu and said, this dude is going all the way. And then here he is. He's always been the real deal. I don't know what's going on with his
100%.
His contract stuff. Hearing some drama on that. I can't imagine. He's a Triple H guy. Triple H,
Like, he is going to be that person. That's him, Seth, Roman. Like, they will never go anywhere else now.
Right. And what I find insane is that he hasn't had a singles title in 7 years.
I didn't realize it had been that long.
Like, that statistic blew my brains to crap, dude. Like, that is so wild, considering he's got Universal, IC, and 2 United States since he's been there, and NXT champion, and none of them have been in the past 7 years. Just tags.
Look up what his last title he won.
It's so crazy to me.
Night of the Champions. Oh no, that was his first singles. I didn't even realize he beat Ryback for his first singles.
Yeah, Ryback
Championship.
Was it IC?
Yeah. It was great. Like I thought it was a great match to start it. Then we had Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defeated the Unholy Union. Very, very original name by pinfall, and they won back their championship. What do you guys feel about this?
Well, one sec, Todd, what was that?
The one thing I didn't like about the Cody match was that the whole knee injury, like it looked stupid. Like there wasn't like he jumped up on the top rope and jumped down. Like there was no. He didn't really sell like any kind of like jump up there and see his like leg kind of buckle or anything. He like
it was kind of like a very big. Like he kind of banged up his knee and then he tried to do a move and then all of a sudden it was hurt so bad he couldn't put weight on it. Yeah. I kind of forgot about that, but yeah, you're right, Todd.
The only thing that would have sold it better, in my opinion, is if he fell.
Yeah.
Like if he went to jump up on the top rope and like kind of landed, but then like gave out and he like fell into the ring. And then because then to me, that's also more of a thing for him to be like laying on the ground holding his knee where like Kevin could be like, but I felt like just the whole sell to that injury was just very phoned in and just half-assed. Like when he did it, like I was like, oh, he's gonna do a cool move, and then he just kind of jumped down and like, oh, he tweaked his knee, and I'm like, no, he didn't. Like, I know it's whatever, but like he didn't do anything bad at all. But other than that, the match was great. But that kind of was a big part of it, was because then it was like, oh, is Kevin gonna take advantage or is he not gonna take it? But so yeah, that was it. I just felt like he didn't sell that injury that well.
It was just something I think they threw in for a little extra drama. You know, there was no injury, and they're gonna be like, it's like, oh, we'll write this in on Friday, and then carry it into Saturday. We'll be all right. No, it didn't hit.
So next match was Jade and Bianca reclaiming their titles by beating the Unholy Union, which I think we all saw that coming.
Absolutely.
It was an alright match. Like all four of these ladies are good wrestlers. Just not digging the whole storyline. Well, it just is not tickling my fancy. Then
I think it would have been better if what the original two who had it, whatever their names are, kept them. And then that's when one of them turned on the other, Jade and fucking Bianca.
That'd probably be what does happen at some point.
I know it's just getting to the point now where it's like they're both not mass storylines, and I figured Jade would be. Now I don't want her as champion, but kind of like a little bit more involved with shit. What's that?
Right.
Yeah.
But to go back to what we had talked about a while ago, the first time that they lost the titles, is when they do lose them, we've seen Jade do good heel work in AEW. It should be Bianca who turns on her, because we need to see Bianca. We need to see flat out heel Bianca, like I'm talking whipping people with her hair like mercilessly, like let's go. It'll be great.
Like that's what I personally want is Bianca to go heel. I'm real curious to see how that play out. The next match, I thought it was a different kind of match than what it was, but apparently it was just a strap match. I thought it was a different kind of match, and I was super excited. Like it was like the one we did last week, Todd, when it was just you and me. But
strap is involved, but there's no, it's a
but they didn't put their straps on.
Exactly. I mean, they put them on their wrist.
Yeah, but that's not what I thought. But it was still a great match. Just it wasn't what I was expecting. I was lubed up for something else, and
I got the text. I saw that.
It went completely different way, but I thought they did very good. Like these matches are either awesome or awful.
Yeah.
Like these super gimmicks.
There's no in between.
There really isn't. Like, and I was rewatching it this morning to prepare for today, and Blake's sitting there with me. He's like, "Why do they have stoplights in the corner?" And I was like, "Well, it's a strap match." And he goes, "So you're saying that he has to run around tied to another man and touch all four corners to win?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "But he can't, like, nobody can, like, tap out or anything?" You know, no. And he goes, "Huh, that's okay." And, like, we watched it. Like, it was a good enough match. And, like, I'm ready for these guys to find new people.
It's not going to end, you know, because they, you know, now they've turned the tables. Like, Drew won the first match, said it was done and over. Punk didn't let it go. We get the strap match. Punk wins. He says it's over, and you know, Drew last night claymores him right out of his shoes. Like, so it's like,
Nice
you know, so it's not going to be. I don't know when it's going to end. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure what the next event is, but hopefully it's soon so that they can actually, both of them can move on to other.
I think it's like October 5th, I believe.
Yeah. The whole, you know,
there's something in like 2 weeks.
So hopefully they move on to other things. Like I said, I know we're all eventually going to get into the Cena 2025 thing. Like I said before, as much as what you guys know, like how I feel about Punk, I would love to see him and Punk go at it for their final match, but then have them win the tag titles. I think that would be epic and a crazy mark on both of their.
Yeah, I want to see
on both of their, you know.
Well, that's what it is. No mercy.
Cheers.
No. Yeah, Todd's right. October 5th. Bad Blood.
Bad Blood. Holy crap! That's what Lincoln was like. I'm pretty sure it's Bad Blood, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
he's right.
I think it's just because they basically technically had 2 pay-per-views in August.
Right.
Yeah.
So
we got Bad Blood in October.
Well, then, if their last match is there, Bad Blood, it's perfect. You know, it's perfect.
Start a bloodline thing.
Yeah,
and then Crown Jewel will be November 2nd, and Survivor Series War Game will be November 30th. So we'll have 3 in November also. But yeah, so I'm over this beef.
It was a great match, though, and to his credit, and a lot of people, including another co-host here, are always like, "Well, you know, he gets hurt and he's injured and da da." Like, he went through that table, you know. I mean, he was doing stuff.
He went through that table.
I mean, so he's, you know, and still showing. So I mean, it sounds crazy, but obviously, anybody that's followed Punk over the past couple of years between AEW and here now, like, he's wrestled 2 matches now and didn't get hurt. So I mean,
he's on a 2-match roll.
And again, I know it sounds like funny, but it's one of those things where he was getting, you know, so at least like, and what does that say? You know, does it say it's him? Does it say it was people he was working with and he's working with better people that actually take care, you know,
it's
like
guys like Garrett with a bad attitude towards him that make him act the way he does. Because Philip is a wonderful man, and if Garrett was a douche and everybody else would just leave him alone, he would be fine.
Please.
Because I would like, you know, like him versus Gunther, like, again, everybody, you know, I say this all the time, like, do I want to see him win a title yet? Like, no, but to see him like in a title match and just a good match with like Gunther or something like that would be cool. Instead of, here, let me break this bracelet and then shove beads down your throat. Like
it got lame.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So then we had our Terror Twins versus Liv and Dom, and this match went exactly how I thought it would. But it
was a fan service match.
Oh, 100%. But then we had, and I'll just go into it a little bit there. It played very nice into last night's Raw when Ripley opened up the show and she was calling out Liv. And we had a black-eyed, beaten up, dirty Dom come out and talk. And Dom said that Liv wasn't there, but Rhea was like, she'll take her on anytime, anywhere. And then Liv came from behind and attacked her. And did anybody else catch what our girl Liv was wearing yesterday?
Maybe. I probably forgot.
It was like some weird.
I mean, let's be honest.
Almost looked like straps, but they were just like. It kind of looked like superhero leggings to me, like something like you'd find on like a superhero chick.
That's what I read.
Good for you. Good for you. Good for you, Liv. And then they end up a bunch of fighting, but it ends with Rhea getting her leg caught in the ropes and Liv beating the absolute piss out of her. So obviously Rhea doesn't have a leg injury for real because they wouldn't have her beat it up more by tied in the ring. But I'm wondering if Rhea is going to take a break if she's got something else going on, or if they don't want them fighting anymore up until Bad Blood, whatever.
Yeah, I think it's just to lengthen the
beef.
I think it's just a kayfabe injury. They get to lengthen the storyline.
And I'm sure Carly could have told that to us a lot better. But yeah, I just wanted to I just felt it went in very, very well. Go ahead,
like
man.
I don't know. See, like, and if this was done purposely, then bravo to them because it looked like it was accidental. But like, it really looked like her getting her leg stuck was like not planned for.
Right.
So I wonder if like they both just called like an audible and was like, okay, she was supposed to come out of the ring and I was going to do this to her, but now this is happening, so now I'm going to do this to her. You know, like because I feel like I don't know, like it went, as weird as it sounds, it went too smooth on that type of a move for it to be planned.
Right. It looked like it naturally like occurred and it wasn't planned. I completely agree with you.
So I wonder, like I said, I wonder if it was supposed to be like, oh, she comes out of the ring and she chases you to here and you hit her with a blah, 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 you know, and it was just like, oh shit, her leg's caught. Let's just fucking, instead of trying to look like I'm helping her, just roll with it. Damien's going to come out anyway, so he can just fucking, you know, help me out of it, you know, blah, blah, blah. So if that wasn't planned, fucking seriously, bravo to both of them, because that was like flawless victory.
Right.
But it was smooth. It was whatever. So that's where I was like, oh, wow, that I don't think that was planned. But if it was not, they definitely executed it. Like,
but I'll be honest with you. I thought it was like, I think you might be right there, Todd, that it was not planned and they just kind of audible and went with it. Like, oh, the Stomper brothers reacted to our podcast and gave us angry faces.
okay, well, here's
Doesn't
your
look like
angry
they
face.
commented, though.
Why doesn't it come up?
I noticed like it doesn't come up to like halfway through. No, they did.
Why doesn't it come up? I noticed like it doesn't come up to like halfway through. No, they did.
They said, "Hey losers, sup, John," and called us all bitches.
What your mama calls you.
Garrett, I don't know what you guys involved in, but if I gotta clean up your fucking mess, bro, I'll clean up your mess, man. Hand me the broom. Todd grab the garbage can, and we'll go to fucking work.
They're just weird, man. I don't know what's going on.
They asked me to debut their song. I debut their song, and then they go on there and talk shit.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. All I've ever tried to do is give them airtime, and now they're being weird. I don't know.
Well, you know how inbred people are.
Yeah. I don't know why Frankie wants to fight me. It's weird.
Well, do it up, man. You're bigger than him.
Maybe that's how
I'll kick his ass.
I'm completely down with that, Garrett. I'll reference.
We can't let Garrett fight.
Yeah, we can. Absolutely.
So
who says you can't? Only you, and with that negative attitude.
Garrett, fight. Let Garrett fight. Let Garrett fight. Let Garrett fight. Anyways, we ended the night with a fucking half-hour long match. They wrestled for 34 minutes.
Who?
Gunther and Randy.
Did they wrestle for 34 minutes? Or was there like 10 minutes of the crowd chanting shit and them just standing in the ring? Because I remember that.
I'll be
also
honest
true.
with you. Like, it didn't go the way I thought it was going to go. But Gunther really is a very good technical wrestler. Like, he's even better than I actually thought he was. And there were a lot of different moves on there where I'm like, oh, like when he had him in the choke in the beginning, when Randy got the arm peel, I was like, here comes that RKO, and it didn't happen, and they kept me and I don't like Gunther's matches. I don't like Gunther typically, but this was probably my favorite match of his so far. But did anybody see the clip of what's his face, Dragunov, coming into the ring after? And what he did out to the German people? I don't know. It had to be real. Like, I saw it was like a fan video. He gets in the ring after and goes.
No.
And I saw the video. And then you had like people in the German crowd doing it back. Like, it was.
No. Come on.
But speaking of hot water, Odyssey Jones has been fired.
Yeah, what? He's like involved in a storyline even. Like, what did he do?
So this is the update from Brian Alvarez is reporting that Jones has been fired from WWE. There has not been a press release or anything like that, but I've been told Odyssey Jones is fired. There are rumors online, also from Fightful, that there was a domestic violence allegation. Apparently no arrest at this point, but I was told he was fired. So that's it for Odyssey Jones. So to me that says, see you later. So Kofi and Xavier are just going to be okay now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they just going to dead that storyline? Or
absolutely. Especially if it's something like that, they will just fucking... People will forget about it. They'll just like draw attention with the other bigger storylines, and people will just completely forget that shit even happened.
And as of 27 minutes ago, Hulk Hogan signs a 5-year deal with WWE.
Why?
Might return for WrestleMania.
Oh, fucking Christ. Why?
During the interview on Logan Paul's podcast,
yeah, Russell, what's he going to do?
He revealed that he signed a new deal with WWE. This is exactly what he says. Working with Vince for all that time and now working with Nick Khan, I signed a 5-year deal. I'm 71 years old. I signed a 5-year deal for the licensing and merchandising stuff and ambassador stuff. If they need me to do anything for WrestleMania, I love doing it. It's definitely different. So it doesn't seem like he's like coming back like full time. It almost seems like they're just doing a new version of that Legends deal thing.
Yeah, it's just a licensing deal. Yeah.
So like before, if you signed a Legends deal, like that was kind of like a lifetime thing, like till you're done.
Right.
Or now it looks like they're doing it more incremental. But,
well, if they bring him to WrestleMania in like Vegas, he could just say they're in the Superdome again.
And then the other, speaking of domestic violence issues, but Nikki Bella is single, guys. She has filed.
Yeah, I did see that her husband got fucking arrested.
Her husband called 911 and she threw a shoe at him, and yeah, so she's single. Just throwing it out there for all you unmarried.
It is Nikki Garcia. Whatever her married name.
I mean, she might be looking for some money because I think she had the money in that relationship. So she might be signing a 5-year ambassador deal there next to the that's really all that's news-wise. Unless you guys want to see a cool picture of Kairi Zane's face after Raw.
Dude, I saw that somewhere.
Oh,
so she fucking racked her eye in like the corner of the announcer's table, right?
Yeah. I can get into the rest of the Raw rundown if you guys want. Todd, do you have Wyatt 6 stuff?
Yeah, there wasn't really much. Just a match setup.
All right. Well, we'll have a little word from our sponsor, and then we'll go into that.
Oh yeah, it's Sexy Joe voice time. Hurry, come
Ear,
on, faster. Jesus.
ear
Have
porn.
you found yourself in the need for some screen printing? What about some vinyl work? Well, we have the spot for you. Seasonal Sports, 215 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro. Has all your needs. Go see Fred at Seasonal Sports.
Makes my teeth sweat.
Wait, what? His teeth are swollen. All right, and then after the whole Liv Morgan thing, we had 6-person tag match. American Made then challenged the Wyatt Six.
What?
Alpha Academy took on American Made. And I'm glad the Worm came back, won. Or the Caterpillar, his version of it. Bastien Dupree keeps just impressing the absolute shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I honestly thought she was there because she's hot. But, like, she has every week now for the last few weeks showed me, like, the reverse Caterpillar move thing was dope. Like,
Yeah.
she get this girl a belt.
We're diving off the top rope and shit and taking out like American Made. Like that was,
Yeah.
which was
Where
what,
did she come from?
2 or 3
Like,
months
she
ago,
has
everybody being like, "You suck." Like,
she has potential to in the I wouldn't say right now, give her a year or so, then start working her into a singles thing, because that girl she's got the charisma of Carmella, but with the wrestling talent.
yeah, I was gonna say she's like a better Carmella.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
That is a fair assessment.
I was so impressed. And then we got a little bit after this. Chad Gable addressed the Wyatt Six after the match and challenged them to an 8-person street fight for next week. He said to pick any of the 4 Uncle Howdy wanted. It's clear Nikki Cross will be one. And Howdy then showed up to accept the challenge. He cut a promo in person, which was kind of new. It was kind of cool. I don't know, Todd, this is your segment, kind of. I don't want to take it over.
It's just gotten to the point where now it's just matches. You know, the lead up to it was one thing. Now it's just getting more actually. It's getting into the good part. You know, I mean, everything, the build up was good, but now it's actually getting into, okay, now we're going to, obviously if it's a 4 on whatever, you know, it's going to be, you know, Chad, those 2 idiots, and that, you know, that scary chick. So it will be, you know, those 3 and Nikki Cross. Uncle Howdy will just be, you know, sitting in the fucking chair like Bray, you know, I mean, like, which is cool. Like,
but it was cool to see him come out and cut a promo.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Bray. It was definitely Bray adjacent, but Bo definitely made it himself.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, it's they've been nailing it. Like, there hasn't been anything besides, you know, the build up, the wait was a little bit longer than, you know, I would have liked personally. But in my opinion, they have done everything completely right with this. They introduced, you know, you got this massive massacre. And you get to see all the characters and you kind of know who they were. And then you actually got introduced one by one to them. And then they would wrestle. Then they wouldn't, you know, like, they haven't just slammed them in, you know, there's been 2 pay-per-views. Didn't throw them into any of the pay-per-views. That's awesome to me. Like, that doesn't need to happen. Let them build up matches. Like, give them a crazy match at Survivor Series, you know, but until then.
That's what I think. I think that's what's going to accumulate is you're going to have the Wyatt Six versus the American Made and a War Games type scenario. I do at some point want to see when Alexa comes back, Alexa and Braun versus Howdy and Cross, like some sort of story where it's, you know, that kind of thing, because Nikki's got history with Alexa. Alexa's got history with the whole Wyatt stuff. Braun's history is obviously
nothing against Nikki Cross, as I do enjoy her, like, as a person, as a character, as a wrestler, but I just really had wished that it was Alexa. And I get why, I clearly understand. I'm not like, oh my God, fuck her, that, lazy bitch. Like, it just, to me, because I loved that character of her. Like that whole, like that whole crazy whatever, with Bray, like it was just a great character. She did it so well. So like I was really hoping that, she would be whatever and back in time to do that. Again, like I said, Nikki Cross might pull it off amazingly, she has so far, but there's just something about Alexa when she did that character was just like, it was creepy, but cool, but, like out there, but not so out there. It was unbelievable, like it was just
right.
So, I mean, I'm hoping that when she comes back, not if, because I know she will, but when she comes back, like somehow she's involved in it, whether it is a crazy match and then she like turns and go, whatever, just something. But I want to see that Alexa Bliss again.
I think she should just
sisters, Abigail.
Maybe. I think she should just keep running into Uncle Howdy and then being like keep trying to run away, like freaking out when she sees him and be like, no. And she just runs.
I'm not doing this again.
Yeah, for a while until she can't run anymore.
Right. All right. Then we had. Selena Vega versus Shayna Baszler, and Shayna Baszler came out with the rest of the Pure Fusion Collective. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I just didn't care about it at all. It was blah.
Terrible. Like, it's all
everybody's favorite. Phil Brooks showed up. Best in the world. Then he cut a promo out on Gunther, saying that he wanted to be the next to challenge him. He celebrated with fans around ringside area after he was done. But as he was standing on the announce table, a hooded figure came out and attacked him. And he mercilessly beat Punk, eventually revealing himself to be no other than Drew McIntyre. Who could have saw that coming, guys?
I don't know.
And then Drew takes the bracelet off Punk's arm that Punk had won back yesterday and proceeded to break it and feed the beads to CM Punk. Like, again, the wrestling has been great. This bracelet thing, which I'm glad it's gone now. Maybe, like, Drew McIntyre can kidnap actual AJ Lee now or the dog or something. Like,
yes.
Instead of this 30-cent bracelet that they've been fighting over for 3 months.
No, not even AJ. Just have him sitting there, have him swivel in a chair petting his dog. You know what I mean?
I have to say, Punk's shirt was just awesome with his dog, and on the back it said like CM Paws. Like, it just fucking, that was just a fantastic shirt. Like,
and then Punk was hurt so bad he had to get wheeled out by medical assistants.
He got attacked again. Oh my God.
Drew McIntyre got pulled off of him, and as he was getting wheeled to the ambulance, lo and behold, McIntyre comes back out and bop, bop, bop. So,
you know what they should.
Get better, CM Punk. We all love you, including actually Garrett. Can you tell us you love him?
No, he's a piece of shit.
No, Garrett, tell us you love.
I love CM Punk. He's my man.
See, yeah, even Garrett said it, Mr. Brooks.
No,
you know what would have been great because they've never done this before is if Drew got this huge feat of strength and flipped the ambulance. Because they've never done that before. Ever.
Yes, actually, Todd, Braun Strowman one time, and you couldn't see the hydraulics at all help him lift the ambulance.
How did I miss that?
With Roman Reigns in it, and everybody thought Roman Reigns was dead for a couple of days.
Because we all know Vince is really a ghost. Because I saw him blow up in that limo.
I saw him blow up.
Well, that girl saw him blow up all over her chest.
Oh, dude, come on.
So, did you guys see that Cody was asked about that shit at the press conference afterwards?
about Vince
at the
shitting on
post
people?
whatever, because Triple H wasn't at the like
Triple H had to
post-
hop on a flight and
to
go
go
to his
take his kids
daughter's
to college or
college
some shit.
orientation. Yeah.
So Cody did all the business shit,
Right.
and somebody asked him about the locker room and how they feel about the Vince and why they're quiet and da 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 da, and if he believed that chick and this and that. And he was like, I don't feel like we're quiet. He's like, we're here to do a job. He was like, honestly, he's like, a lot of us find out stuff when you guys find it out. Like, he's like, oh, and then he asked, he's like, well, do you believe, like so and so's story? He's like, I don't know enough about any of it to really like. I mean, to me, if I was a wrestler, I'd be like, I don't give a shit. This motherfucker is not here anymore. We don't have to deal with his dumb ass.
He's not there.
Yeah, why do I need to care? What's that?
You keep saying shit, and it makes me giggle every time you say shit because of what we're talking
Because he
about.
poops on it. But yeah, so he was asked that, which I thought was very odd. It's like, it's just I mean, people want to know, but if you get one chance to ask Cody Rhodes a question at a press conference, like that's
what
going to
you
be the
ask?
question you ask him. Like,
I mean, maybe he was hoping to keep him off guard enough to get a good fucking statement about it. Like, who knows? Cody might have been like, "Yeah, fuck Vince, and he's a scumbag." Blah, blah, blah. Like, or they can be like, "Yeah, that bitch is lying." Like, who knows?
Yeah.
Like, a different person would have not thought about it and just answered the question. But what I want to ask you guys right now,
what
is you're in college orientation, all right, and in your room, because you don't meet your roommate until you're there, and you walk in and it's Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and some kid your age, and you're like,
I wouldn't know what to do. I would just be like, I think I'm in the wrong room.
Like, if I was a college freshman right now, I know who would be number one on my most dateable list just for free PLE tickets.
Can we go
Paul,
But it's one of those. It's one of those things where it's like, what does she look like? Triple H, like how Brock Lesnar's daughter looks like Brock Lesnar. It's one of those things. It's like she got daddy's genes or mommy's, because there's a big difference right there.
Stop. There's a
Don't get me wrong, Triple H is a good looking dude, but like,
it's a man.
Yeah.
But they have all girls. So like it's not like
And yeah.
So
like
this
Brock Lesnar's daughter
is her. This is a senior photo of her from last, like, couple months ago, and I have to say she's more Steph than she is Paul. Right here.
Yes, 100%.
Aurora Rose Levesque, and she's a star softball player.
Yeah, there's a lot more. Yeah, done more. Yeah,
But she don't look like Trips.
no.
So, like, you know what? If I could be like, I could be set up for life. She's athletic. She's cute. Is love a real thing? Is it? Or is it just something that we made up?
Here's on the flip side, though. You might possibly be dating Triple H's daughter.
Oh, good. Garrett's gone. Fine.
I mean, that's kind of a frightening thing. Stephanie, she seems like a very nice woman, but I guarantee
it's only frightening. It's only frightening if you're a scumbag. Like, if you're a good dude.
Yeah, but still, though, even if you're a good guy, it's still like, it's pretty, if you know who Triple H is, which most people do,
Right?
But there's far and few, some that don't. It's intimidating. Oh, do you want to meet my parents? It's like, I want to meet your parents, but it's not in a fan interaction like, oh my God, you're Triple H. Oh my God, Stephanie, let me get a picture and an autograph. It's like, you are the parents of this girl that I just started dating. So now it's like on a whole different level of interaction compared to just like, I ran into Triple H at the supermarket and he took a picture with me. Or, hey, I'm his daughter. What happened to where'd Garrett go? Did you kick him?
I don't know. but he is 6'4". So he is 8 inches taller than like me.
Yeah,
And like he doesn't even seem like one of the taller wrestlers, like when you think about it too. And a 6'4", like so he's a very even at 55, I think he's 55. Right.
Do we is there anything from our Dirty Dom correspondent this week?
No, she had to go to what grade did she go? 5th grade? No, she's 6th grade orientation, I believe.
Dude, so now 2 people on the show are slacking? And
then
Garrett just leaves?
Garrett just left. I don't know if he got upset that I was talking about Triple H.
I think he was just more sad about CM Punk being hurt.
Oh, no, it won't let him connect. He
Nope.
tried real hard. I'll just continue on. Then we had the first of 2 triple threat #1 contender qualifiers for the IC title. We had Dom versus Dragunov versus Dragon Lee. Dom was chased away by Damian Priest, who came to the ring to stop Carlito from interfering. And we had the Lee and Dragunov action was back and forth. Once Dom was taken on the the 2 men showcased their skills. Dragunov and Lee shook hands after the match, showed respect to one another. But Dragunov got the pin. So I don't know if they're he's back.
Did you see my message?
No.
It said disruption. Yeah, I said that to Todd when you did it last week because that's what pops up on our network disruption.
It's oddly funny.
Yes, it is.
So Dragunov won, which maybe they're going to try to set up something where it's, Dragunov's got the IC, Gunther's got the world title, Dragunov wants something more. Who knows? Then we had Kerry Zane. We showed the picture earlier, along with Io Sky versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. And I don't know. It was okay. Damage Control really is kind of sucks without Bailey. And speaking of Bailey, Bashit Berlin, who caught Bailey running down the. Like I thought we were on Todd's OnlyFans for a minute there. Like I thought we were getting a full free show. I was like, holy moly, Bailey. She used to be all about the back, but now she's about the back and the front. You are aging fine, my dear. You are aging fine. And Big Daddy Stones. Hang on, let me
raise the cap.
I'm gonna tip my hat to you, darling. You know what I'm saying? And then Sammy challenges Gunther. Gunther came out and bragged about his win at Bash in Berlin. He talked about taking out a legend that is Randy Orton. Sami Zayn interrupted and said he thought about his IC championship run. He said he wanted to follow the footsteps of a list of legends who used their runs with the IC title to step up to the world title. And he wanted to do the same and challenge Gunther. Now, this being said, how poetic would it be if Sami Zayn gets his world title by beating Gunther?
Great.
They'll never let him do it.
Why the fuck not?
They'll never let him do it. I want it. I want it more than maybe even Sammy does. Okay? I want it. But I don't think they're going to let him.
The David to Gunther's Goliath, like being his kryptonite would be an awesome thing. I'm not saying do it right now because Sammy's got some business he's about to take care of when he gets back with the OTC and the Usos to go handle Solo and the Werewolf and the Gorillas of Destiny and just whoop the fucking floor with these fucking fakes. I want my bloodline back. I never thought I'd say that, but I'm feeling Usi, baby.
I think Roman's going to be on not this Friday, but next, like when they start on USA. I think he's going to be.
This week's the last Friday that it's on Fox. The Fox era is done, so no more weird blank out till you're.
No, they still
No.
USA will do that when they chant like "Holy shit." They fucking drop
Yeah,
the
but
audio.
they won't. But they won't.
They won't
like,
black the
completely
screen.
black it
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
So then we had a little bit of Braun Strowman versus Sheamus versus Kaiser. And the
'Cause
Ender
Mr.
Strowman took advantage
Bronson
early,
has
but things
COVID.
changed quickly. I don't know. It was an okay match. It was kind of a big man match.
I didn't
but
expect Strowman to win.
neither
honestly.
did I. And then to end the show, we had Priest and Jey Uso were put together by Rhea Ripley when an emergency tag team partner was needed. Slightly hesitant, they tried to work out together to overcome Judgment Day. They were controlling the action, heading into the break. Out of commercial, it was all Judgment Day. The action continued, but Liv Morgan showed up to help. Ripley's music hit, but Morgan wasn't worried, but she thought Rhea was injured. Rhea laughed and went down. Morgan slightly playing up her bad knee. Ripley wasn't 100%, but she was good enough to chase Morgan off. Back at the ring, Judgment Day was in trouble. Uso got the tag, hit a big Uso splash for the dub. I don't know. I hope this is kind of just a one-off, and they really had nobody else to put Damian Priest with.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a big thing.
I don't want it to be.
But, knowing that Jay's Rhea's favorite right now, would that be it? Could that be a thing? Could the three of them be a thing?
I don't think so, because Jay's definitely going to be in back of Bloodline.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no doubt in my mind that within the next month, the OTC is going to recruit the OGs and Sami Z to kick ASS.
Did you guys see like the fan video afterwards of Jay and Damian and Rhea all yeeting in the ring?
Yes. They and then they all yeeted. It was actually pretty funny. They looked like they were having a lot of fun.
I also, just because I'm watching NXT, I have to give Pete Dunne a lot of credit for doing both. Whatever else, Steve Ross SmackDown, I can't remember, but he's been on NXT like every week and been on whatever else he's normally on like he's like every week.
Pete Dunne is the truth.
He wants the spot. You got to work hard for that spot, and he's been doing his damn thing. What else do you got on your little list there, Garrett?
So, we
Garrett,
had.
Shut the fuck up, Garrett. Shut up. Todd's got something.
No. The two of you talked enough. It's my turn. So this is Wrestle Fandom Radio. This is me.
Mute him.
This is my turn.
Mute him.
Go ahead, Todd.
All right. So you got muted.
So.
I
have controls. Oh.
Go ahead, Todd.
You just kick him out?
Yes.
I have to say I'm not a big fan of this new announcer on Monday Night Raw.
It's only for football season.
I know, but Cole and Corey are doing SmackDown now. And then Wade is, but this Joe guy, he's a baseball announcer. He's not a wrestler.
McAfee will be back after football season.
Right. So they'll switch again.
He'll just come back after football season because he's doing the college game.
Right,
shit.
but so then it'll be him and Cole back on Raw again. So the commentary will get switched again.
I think so.
That Joe, honestly, for baseball shit like that, he's that announcer. He just, I don't know, it just sounded very, I don't know, with Wade being Wade and just kind of whatever with it.
Garrett just texted, did I drop out again? Did I get drop out again? You got
yes. No, put yeah, you did. Sorry. Yeah, tell
man.
him yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, sorry.
And then when he comes back in, I'll fucking kick him out again.
But yeah, so I wasn't a fan of that. And it's funny because I never thought of them more, they're announcers, they're commentators, but when they put the thing at the bottom, it was so and so doing this and this and this, and Wade Barrett analysis and this guy play by play. And I'm I never really thought of it that way. And then I actually started paying attention to it. I was like, oh yeah, Wade is doing analysis and the other guy is doing play-by-play. I never like
Right.
separated them. I just viewed them as commentators, you know, like
Right.
that's how I just looked at it. So it made it hurt. No, I don't want to say it hurt my head, but it made me pay different attention to their like duties. You know, like, I'm like, wait, yeah, he is doing play-by-play. Oh yeah, he is fucking talking about like kind of not saying it ruined it for me, but it's weirder now. Hey, welcome back.
I don't know what's going on with this.
It's all right. We just replaced you with the paper head, and it was like you never left.
You know what? This isn't fair. I demand one of those for everyone. We need a Drew one.
We definitely need a Drew one.
Yeah.
We need a Drew one. We need a Joe one. We need a Todd one. I need a Todd one. Todd, what happens if you're not here? So
what else did you have to talk about, Garrett?
Well, the indie stuff, obviously, with where our titles are,
My
UWE
dog's not happy right now.
is going to be the new episode 9 is up on Friday. So watch out for their YouTube channel. Watch our channel, our page. Check that out there. And ICW is another local event in Westmoreland. So if you're local, if you would like tickets, hit us up in the chats. You message me, message the page, whatever. Hit us up. You can go to purplepass.com, get yourself some passes. But go to that, and that is our indie stuff. Definitely make sure you check out UWE. Guys, we have titles. These people should be watching our champions defend the titles. It's gonna be awesome.
So, we got anything else?
No, from what I saw, No Mercy was pretty good.
Yes, well, yeah. Because watching No Mercy led me into a couple of questions, which I have here on the board, which is this. Which, is it time for either NXT to move up or for WWE to have a third brand? And because here's the problem. Every time, how often does somebody come from NXT and then not get squashed back down for a while? They leave NXT because they're at the top of their game. And then they enter and they go, some people go nowhere. Like, look how good EC3 did when he came from TNA to NXT. And he was crushing it in NXT. The second he went to, I can't remember if he went to Raw or SmackDown, nothing happened. And I feel like if there was a third brand in between what is supposed to be the developmental, we might end up with less of that. And speaking of making wrestlers look bigger and better, especially maybe with these NXT people, okay, maybe this is the answer to not having a third brand. Local wrestlers.
So one, they'll never do local wrestlers just because of exposure. Two, the brand structure as it is fine. Having a third brand would be far too much oversight. Far too much for people to watch. And NXT getting bumped back down to NXT isn't a bad thing because NXT is the perfect thing that it has national exposure, but it's considered a minor league brand. It really is the third brand is what it is.
It is.
It just has exposure than most minor league things. But it's not a demotion putting somebody in NXT. A lot of times putting them down to NXT is trying to bring NXT up a little bit. So
I don't think going there, I don't think a main roster person going there, I don't view that as any type of demotion or anything like that. It's you're on there and you're going down there. I feel like it's to help when they need it. And it's a while ago. I mean, Joe, when it was me and you coming back, NXT was the best brand. The black and gold was the best brand for solid years. before that era of it ended, and then we were all kind of caught in a limbo of actually for a little while there AEW was the best brand going, So
Right.
The only reason I think we have seen in the past, not within the past couple months, there was a more local, like, single jobber wrestler there. But if you came to New York and you're Carmelo Hayes could wrestle Sean Carr on SmackDown or Raw or whichever show he's on.
I get what you're saying. Like,
And
it would be awesome.
Yeah. And not only would the match be awesome, because you're getting to see a local wrestler, you would be helping other places produce better wrestlers for you. They would start working hand in hand at one point. And you get your NXT guys to look big instead of coming in and getting beaten or getting stuff that they might not quite deserve yet. So, what about you, Todd? How do you feel about any of that?
I think it's fine the way it is. I don't view it as any kind of whatever. Like, I mean, look at, baseball and hockey and shit. People get, especially having a minor league hockey team in the area, you hear, oh, so-and-so got brought to the, what is it? The Devils? Devils, right?
Yeah.
It's the Comets.
Well, right, but they're part of.
And now, Devils, correct.
Yeah.
So you always, like, I'll see on the news, because I'm not a big sports person, and so I'll see, like, oh, so-and-so.
He played football for 1 year, and he hated it.
It's true. So-and-so got called up, so-and-so got sent back, and it's just like, so it happens everywhere. And sometimes, I don't know, man, like, talent just, Baron Corbin's a perfect example. He came up, he did whatever, he sucked. So, I hate to say it, but he just kind of meh. He went back down to NXT. It's kind of meh. They brought him back to the main roster. He's still kind of meh. So, I don't know. Like, honestly, like, I think it's fine. 3, having more shit, people, it would get just too much. Having that speed thing that now they're doing with the women as well is just, in my opinion, it's just dumb. Like, who the hell remembers at noon on a Wednesday to go on Twitter to watch, a 3-minute match,
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that where, it's like, no, you're good with your Raw, your SmackDown, and your NXT. Like, that's it. That's what you need. And, that's fine. Dude's dead on the stairs.
How do you guys feel about how NXT has brought in the women's North American? So they have a women's mid card.
I think it's good for them.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, it's not a bad thing.
They're obviously testing it in NXT. Do you think they're gonna pull the trigger on that on a main roster?
They need a little bit more stability in the women's division, and if they do that, it's going to go between 2 brands, so they're going to have to figure all that out. But I don't think it's a bad idea to have a women's mid card.
Agreed. But
just like I think it should be one women's division completely, and getting them pulled to different shows and shit. Like, the women shouldn't be part of the draft. Like, the women's shit should be going on every week everywhere else. But I guess it makes sense having, okay, we're going to do half the women here, half the women here. So if, like, the champ, like, one of them wants to go face the champ, just so you know who you are going to have where every week. Like, it makes sense for that. But it's essentially one division, so there's not really a brand split with the women's division.
Right.
But yeah, I'm down. I'm down for it. Anybody got anything else?
I'm good. I just wanted to, see what you guys felt about that. It's something I realized.
Yeah. Mondays we got Todd and Joe morning show. This last week it was the Labor Day show. This week I don't know what we're going to talk about. I don't think we've discussed it, and I kind of like it that way, where one of us just hits the other one in the face with.
I thought of something while I was driving home, but it was something. It's something I would have to actually tell you, so you could like think about different. Not study, just actually like. There's too much to it to do it like off the cuff, I guess, if you will.
All right. Well, text me so I can study.
Nudes. Oh, for the show. Yeah. Okay.
Tuesdays, obviously, you got us, and
Yeah.
maybe someday Drew will come back. Maybe
he won't.
This Wednesday, Garrett, what are you going to hit us with?
It's not this Wednesday. It's next Wednesday because right now I'm doing every other.
And
With that,
you're going to try to get Movie Madness back with Casey. Hopefully, very soon.
bring it back. Yeah. So, but I will be doing Airborne for the next movie.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah. Airborne's the next one coming. So, watch out next Wednesday for that. That will be uploaded.
All right, guys. Take your pants off and jacket.
He's not wearing it.
The Blink 182 album.
Terrible.
What? It's good.